if signal goes a little wonky, we're under a severe thunderstorm warning. It's not here yet, but it's heading here. We're getting the leftovers from Chantel or whatever the most recent tropical storm is. Um, been getting rain and stuff for the last couple days because of that. So we'll try to go. Today is a little different. It's not a sew along, but new pattern releases tomorrow. You can find it on my website, sewingturtleboutique.net. It will be live at least by 9 a.m. tomorrow. It could possibly be even as close as midnight, just depends on when I get everything finished loading up and everything. And it will go live Eastern Standard Time. It will not be earlier than midnight. Um, my newest pattern that I'm releasing, and I'll wait a minute or two since I'm a little early. My newest pattern is the beach bum bag, and it is a quote unquote. I made it originally be to have a really good sized bag for taking stuff to the beach, but it's great for just about anything. It's a really good sized tote. Like the other day, I fit about 30 library books in it. It's awesome for anything like that. And I will share pictures tomorrow, but my teenage daughter, who's 17, decided to test it for me as well and made her first one of these. She has sewn a few other little things, but she actually made one of these as well. But she's gone to her grandparents and took it with her. So I can't show you that tonight, but I can show you the ones I've made. So, as I said, tomorrow I release my next pattern, which is the beach bum bag. Here is one version, and we're going to go over all the different um, parts of it, what the measurements are, things you can add or take away. But here is one of the most recent ones I've made. I have about six to show you tonight. She's doing pretty good. She learned to sew at 9, but then sewed through her finger. So she got a little gun shy for a while, but she's slow, but she's still pretty decent. And she's won a couple ribbons. Hi, Helen. Hi, Melody. But so here's one. This has all the every extra that you can add, and you can always add more. It's very customizable. And you see, this one's kind of slouchy. Some of the others I'll show you are not. This is made of a cotton canvas inside and out. You can add more interfacing if you wanted it less slouchy, but this is one that I made specifically for myself. So I wanted it to. Well, my 8-year-old wants to sew, and my mother is getting her a sewing machine for Christmas, so I'll probably will be teaching her beginning of next year. So this is it is 20 and a half wide approximately. Because sometimes depending on your how deep you take your seam allowances, it can be 20 inches, it could be 21 inches, but it is 20 and a half by 16 inches tall. As you can see, it's pretty good size if you put it up towards my head, and it's 4 inches deep. So, and it has a front pocket, and you could always put a pocket on the back side as well. I do not most of the time because I like to showcase my fabrics, but you could put a whole extra pocket there. It snaps together with just a simple cam snap. I will show you, I have done other types of fastenings as well. On the inside, we have a massive slip pocket, actually two. You could make it as one, but I usually divide it so that things will actually stay up in it a little bit better. And I have added in the pattern, it has an optional zipper pocket. And as you see, koi fish, I had to add some pirate gold to the water themed bag. So that is the basis of just what the pattern will cover. The basis. I have made this one. This is completely You could do clear vinyl on the back of the bags so it doesn't get lost. And I have a clear vinyl bag to show you as well. So the way this is done, it has a main fabric. As you can see, this is a Haunted Mansion fabric. And this is from Oh So Pretty. The stained glass koi fish is from Geek Garden Fabrics. This is Oh So Pretty. And this material down at the bottom is a linen type material. It's a very thin vinyl. And this is so you have something very durable at the bottom. This is from Soulful Therapy. So as you can see, I have the pocket. Now this one does not have the zipper pocket because I added that later after I made this one. I do have a cam snap. And of course, since this was Christmas, I made one using a candy cane cam snap. So I have, of course, Haunted Mansion. You got to have the Haunted Mansion with little Santa hats that matches the exterior pocket. And yet again, now this time I did not have a coordinating pocket. I actually wanted it to blend. So you have your pocket just like the other one, the nice big slip pockets, but it kind of blends in with your other. Now, if you go over to my pattern group in Turtle Designs on Facebook, you can see some of my testers, and they've done different mediums. Now, that one was completely inside and outside waterproof canvas. The Haunted Mansion Christmas is from Oh So Pretty, and hey, Annette, the straps were from, I believe those were from Backstitch. Now, this, and when I say I've made it a bunch of them, it's also so y'all can see that I've made them in many different mediums. This has a completely vinyl exterior, and it has waterproof canvas on the inside. So, and I will show you some other differences. So this is completely vinyl. I haven't taken a picture of it yet, but this is actually glow in the dark vinyl from Backstitch. So we'll see how that works. I'll post some pictures of that a little bit later. But as you can see, this has a pretty good size strap. It's really nice for putting over the shoulder and everything like that. Like I said, this is vinyl from Backstitch. This purple is actually still the same linen vinyl from Soulful Therapy. You can do lots of things like fun things like having um, contrasting thread. Can't really tell it there because of the thank you, Melissa. It's a pretty good sized bag. Like I said, my teenager made one herself, and I will show pictures of that in the next few days. She made herself a BB-8 bag. She's starting to get into Star Wars, so like I said, it is 20 and a half approximately, and 16 inches tall and 4 inches deep. So it can hold like 4 or 5 beach towels, sunscreen, everything. But like I said, I put about 30 library books in one of these the other day when I took my two daughters to the library. So it holds a lot. So this is all vinyl completely. This is actually glow vinyl. And now, something I did differently, like I said, the other two I've shown are cam snaps. This is actually the magnetic snap rivets, which I get from Cam Snaps. So if you open it, it is a magnetic snap, but it does go on using the Cam Snap press. So nice, lovely magnetic snap. And then it still gives you the image of just a snap out there. You could probably, I haven't done it yet, but you could probably do a decorative magnetic snap. I haven't done that yet, so that would be something people could play with. I just like I said, haven't done that yet. So I have another one. Now this is also from Social Therapy. Oh, this is waxed canvas, and on the inside is waterproof canvas that is from Fabric Wholesale Direct. I like magnetic snaps. If you want ones that are just very simple to put on, easier than everything else, get the cam snap. If you have a cam snap press, the rivet magnetic snaps are awesome, and they have the dies that go with it, that are perfect for setting them. So this one is waxed canvas. So in other words, water just kind of comes off of it. Yet again, the linen canvas, as you can tell, this is one of my favorite for the bottom of this bag. That's because it's a thinner vinyl, but it's a very durable vinyl. I will have to do a tutorial on how to do magnetic snaps, both the rivets and the regular, because they do have to be done differently. And I will do that sometime in the future. So yet again, we have the snap so we can close it. And we have our nice big slip pockets. This was the very first one I made. So this one doesn't have all the extras. I'll do a live on Snap sometime. Probably it'll probably be in August sometime. That's at least where I'm thinking. So the next one I have for all those, since we're talking about beach bags, this is a very thin linen vinyl. I don't remember exactly, but if you look up the linen, you can hear it. It is a linen vinyl, and as you see, I do top stitch the exterior together after I've sewn my seams together. So it gives it a nice, keeps those seams done and everything, but it's a thinner vinyl. Now, I will show you my last one was done with marine vinyl at the bottom, and it's thicker, but it's not an issue. And I'll show you why I did marine vinyl. One, I don't have the right color of the linen, but two, I wanted the contrast. Well, that means you'll be ready to go for tomorrow when the pattern releases. It's from Social Therapy. I think it's socialtherapy.com. But if you look up Social Therapy, it's in her vinyls. Like I said, hold on, I can grab what the vinyl roll looks like. I have several colors. I have it in blue, purple, red, teal, kind of a black, which is actually kind of a charcoal black, which is so this is the vinyl. It's not so if you see it's kind of a this is a very waterproof material. But this is actually one of my favorites for this type of bag because it is so water resistant, but it gives you like a fabric look. It looks like linen, but it's actually a vinyl. So, like I said, I have this in about 5 or 6 colors, and I love this stuff. It's one of my favorite things to use for like something that adds durability. So, like I said, for those, I have nice summer bag. As you can tell, I'm a Pokemon fan. So we have nice Pokeball snap. And I will go back and add at the end where I've got some of these. It will probably be tomorrow after the launch, where and you can go back to the live and see where I've got some of these materials. Hate to say it, this is not available anymore because Retro Stitch Fabrics, which is one of my favorite fabric designers, because of all the changes in tariffs and everything else and how the market's changed, they have shut down their fabric business, which makes me sad because it was around for about 5 years and had some of the best nerdy designs. So, but this is one, and yet again, the linen vinyl. And yes, you can, if you have a design, you can be fussy cut and make your pocket where it blends in like this one. It's hard to see that you have a pocket because I did the fussy cutting, as you can see when I do that. So on the inside of this one, and see, it does use a good bit of webbing. You will need around 3 yards of 1.5 to 2 inch webbing. I would not go to 1 inch webbing, mainly because it will not be wide enough to cover, because basically the pocket, the webbing is hiding your raw edges. of your bag, of the pocket, not of the bag, of the pocket, it has the raw edges. And so that would be a problem if it's only 1 inch wide. And the measurements as to where it gets placed and everything would be off. 2 inches, it's not such a big deal. It'll just make your pocket a little bit smaller, but you really need at least 1.5 inch. Okay, so the inside of this one, now I did add some contrast here. Now this does not have the zipper pocket, but this is the big slip pocket. So as you can see, this one's very sturdy because this is waterproof canvas on both inside and outside. And this is the OtterTex waterproof canvas. I usually order it actually through Walmart, but it's actually coming from Fabric Wholesale Direct. So our last one. So I knew I would be asked, can it be made with clear vinyl? Yes, it can. Now I know this is more of a translucent clear, but this is a clear vinyl. So you could do you just will need a bigger than a 12-inch roll. You need at least half a yard width wide of clear vinyl to be able to do this out of the clear. So this was made out of 18-inch roll. So as you can see, since I did have a coordinating fabric or the same fabric in canvas, I made my pocket. I made my front pocket out of canvas. Now, as you see, I've had a snap on every other one. However, I didn't want to snap on the clear bag, but that's just a personal preference. And as you can see, it's pretty sturdy for being clear and all that. So on the inside, completely, you can see where it's been sewn, top stitched together on the bottom. If you look on the bottom, still top stitched. And as you see, I use variegated teal thread to kind of match the fabric. Now, the big difference with this one, instead of having a lining, we use a binding at the top to get rid of our raw edges. Now, I said that most of them I've made with the linen at the bottom. However, this is just regular old marine vinyl. Yeah, this is one of my favorite prints. This is from Geek Garden Fabric. They're no longer doing clear vinyls, but they still sell fabrics and cotton and cotton lycra occasionally. They don't do it all the time. And so this is one of my favorite prints. And of course, I made 2 bags out of that print. One that's canvas, just to show you that together. So we have one clear and one canvas of the same print. And you can see how different webbing colors, and here I used a panel. It can make all the difference into what it brings you into the thing. So there are so many different things you can do with this pattern. A panel that was actually shorter, that was too short for the regular size pocket, they put a shorter pocket on the other side of the bag, like on the back of the bag. And so had ended up having 2 pockets. You could easily put 2 pockets on the bag. You just follow the same instructions for the one pocket, and then you'll be fine for that. Um, Now the big thing is make sure y'all go and sign up for the rafflecopter. It will end tomorrow at 8 a.m. And 3 people will get the pattern for free. And I will message or email them out before the pattern goes live, so you don't end up paying for it ahead of time. Also, all of my patterns will be 20% off tomorrow. Every pattern except for the cube add-on, because it's only $2 as it is. But all of the patterns will be 20% off from tomorrow 9 a.m. till Sunday night, midnight. So you have 4 days to go and buy what you want. And like I said, I've been working on this for a while. I actually made this the first bag like 2 years ago. So I have a lot of bags, ideas in my head that just take time to get flushed out. The next thing coming, I'm sure y'all have all known that the Switch 2 came out last month, and I have my Gamers Night Out. I hope to by September, early October at the latest, have add-on for the Gamers Night Out wallet and possibly a bag to carry the entire system in. That's my plan. It doesn't mean that one will definitely happen. I don't know if both will. I also have a couple things in the future. I have a small little crossbody bag that has built-in card slots. My pattern, it is in the description, but it is sewingturtleboutique.net. That's where you'll be able to buy the pattern tomorrow. Like I said, it could be there up there as early as midnight tonight, Eastern time, but it will definitely be up by 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Like I said, I got to make sure that everything's up and ready to go and all that stuff. But like I said, all patterns are available tomorrow, starting when the pattern goes live. All my patterns will be 20% off except for the cube add-on, which is telling you how to do the small and medium cubes. Are there any other questions before? Like I said, this is a short night for tonight because I'm not sewing one tonight. But next Wednesday, I will be doing a sewing tutorial for this new pattern. So heads up, you could go ahead, if you don't want to sew it in the meantime, you can go ahead and sew it, cut it out, have it ready to go, and follow along as I sew it together starting next Wednesday at 9 a.m. at 9 p.m. like normal Eastern time. So is there any other questions before I head out for tonight and finish getting everything adjusted and loaded up to the website? If not, I will see y'all next week. But I'll wait a second to see if there was any other questions. But yes, the website it will be at is sewingturtleboutique.net. Make sure it's .net, not .com. If you go to my pattern group on Facebook, Turtle Designs, I have the link as well. But like I said, you have all my patterns that are available, my cube, the turtle tote, the Gamers Night Out, the Stow and Go. Any of those that I've done, they're all there. The Sweet Treat. So we're getting ready to have our new one, the Beach Bum. And I hope y'all enjoy it. And I will see y'all soon. And next Wednesday, we will start doing a tutorial for this new pattern. So I will see y'all soon.